Only the best go 3 abreast.
It is showtime at Williams Grove Speedway.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here at Eldora Speedway, it's showtime!
You got 'em 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the world of outlaws.
It's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy, because, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime!
Set to do battle for 30 laps. The green flag is waving.
RM's Wing Nation, presented by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength and by Grunt Style. Welcome aboard. It is our time to talk sprint car racing, our favorite time of the week. Erin, Evernham, and Steve Post here, and we are talking first-timers. Maybe not first-time winners, but first-time World of Outlaw winner and first-time NARC winners. We're going to talk on our Sage Fruit guest list, Freddie Rahmer and Colby Copeland. So going to be a great program. We are glad you're here. Fresh back from the beach.
Another beach trip.
Yes, another beach trip. Bless your heart. So
it's been tough.
Yes, been difficult.
Now you're fresh off of a trip from California.
I'm telling you what, California, man, I'll tell you, that is some great spot for sprint car racing. It really is. I'm, one of the things that I think as we look at Wing Nation, I think, we get to Pennsylvania all the time. We get to Knoxville all the time. We've been going to Jackson the last few years. I get to Ohio. There's a couple areas of the country where we haven't had a chance to spend much time. I was able to get to Skagit earlier this year and with our friends, the ASCS National Tour. And I'd read so much and heard so much and talked. We've talked to all the California guys. Boy, to just see it. It's a million times better than conversations out there. I mean, it just is. It's just the racing is so good. Those little bull rings,
they provide some awesome racing.
You can't get away from each other.
No, and there's usually a big curb. There's a bottom. There's a middle. Then there's cars in all three of those places.
Everywhere.
Yes,
it really is. You've got great veteran racers, and you got great young talent.
Yeah.
And I think the only challenge they have out there is the young talent keeps getting plucked away, which is a great problem to have.
Yeah.
But it's like, how are we replenishing this young talent? But we're going to talk to one today, Colby Copeland. That's young talent along the way. I had a chance to go to Kading Performance. Bud and Brent and everyone there, just amazing. Great opportunities a couple times to talk to Howard, HK.
Oh, very neat.
Oh, my gosh.
I liked his donuts.
His donuts,
yeah.
Oh, good. You saw, because you should have seen where I was at. Okay, so Howard has this car, this 1969 Super Modified.
Yeah.
Okay, and so he gets out there after the dash, and I'm just hanging out, and he fires the thing up and drives away. And I'm thinking I should have taken a picture of him and that sort of thing, but I don't. And he goes to the infield, and then he starts doing donuts. And then I'm like, oh, my God, here, okay. And those of you watching, okay, you can see it now. If they pan back far enough, you'll see me running, trying to get my phone out of my pocket, okay? I'm out in the infield there thinking, are you kidding me? I'm missing HK doing donuts in that 1969 Super Modified. Yeah, I was over in the infield, and I'm not sure what was more impressive, the donuts or me flailing trying to get my phone out. But the whole California scene is phenomenal. So, I mean, just amazing. I'm telling you, it's just, if you're sitting in California and you're listening to this podcast or you're watching this and you're not going to sprint car racing, you're just missing something really, really good.
Absolutely.
It's phenomenal. It really is. I could go on, and everyone around here, I have been going on, and they're sick and tired of hearing about California sprint car racing. But I'm jacked up about it. Really great stuff. Hey, let's take a look at our classic ink screen printing and embroidery hot topics. We're going to talk to Freddie Rahmer, but I'm not sure. I don't know that I'd have had Posse 2-0.
Well, we did say a few weeks ago.
I think it's closer to that.
Yeah.
But
we gave them some credit.
I think so, and I thought it was good. But I'm not sure we'd have said that David Gravel and Donnie Schatz would be passed in both of them to go 2-0. So our first hot topic is the Pennsylvania Posse. Freddie Rahmer on Thursday night at Lincoln and Lance Dewey's on Friday night at Williams Grove. Mother Nature won the other one. But so the Pennsylvania Posse, I watched the highlights from Knoxville. Brian Brown. I am telling you, even and Brownie acknowledged this. I'm not picking on Brian. Okay, yeah. Brian acknowledged this in Victory Lane. He tried a couple times to give it away.
Yeah, he definitely acknowledged
that. But even
even
when he tries to give it away, he's able to wrestle it back under control. Yeah. 7th win, 6th on the all-time list. Brownie's not that old.
No.
I mean, and he's 6th on the list with his 44th win. Just a great battle with Austin McCarl. I think the other thing that was interesting is Brownie's compliments of Austin McCarl. I think we're seeing a young superstar. The confidence he drives with is
he kind of had that breakthrough early this year with the wins, and he's strong.
Man, the National, oh my gosh, the Nationals are going to be awesome in a few weeks. And finally, the Arctic Cat All-Star Circuit of Champions, and we had Erin Reitzel on a couple weeks ago, and we asked him, did you think it'd be this good? And he said, I'm not sure I thought it'd be this good. It's gone from this good to great.
Oh, yeah. I
mean, that cat is wheeling it. I mean, he swept the All-Star Circuit of Champions I-79 Summer Shootout, Eris on Friday night, and PA Motor Speedway. 7th win of the season, 4 of the last 5. Second weekend sweep. I am telling you, Reitzel is rolling.
He is.
He absolutely it's fun to watch. And he ain't scared to get on that gas
no,
pedal, is he?
he is not.
It's good stuff. It really, truly is. So there you have it, your Classic Ink screen printing and embroidery hot topics, classicinkusa.com. That's www.classicinkusa.com for all your screen printing and embroidery needs. Let's step away. When we come back, Freddie Rahmer, the latest new winner on the World of Outlaw Tour. He joins us next.
Aggressive Hydraulics, where we engineer the cylinders that move your business. We specialize in designing and manufacturing purpose-built, application-specific hydraulic cylinders with superior precision and performance, making OEM products stronger, crafting cylinders that operate on a global basis in a wide variety of industries and applications. Get aggressive with your cylinder challenges. AggressiveHydraulics.com.
The National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum is proud to open the Brian Clausen Suite Tower in 2018. Located next to the museum, it's a testament to the sprint car community's commitment to honor Brian Clausen's legacy while helping the museum sustain financial stability into the future. To donate to the Brian Clausen Suite Tower and help cover construction costs, visit bcforever.com or call the museum directly at 800-874-4488. Bring your friends by the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum next time you visit Knoxville.
Defend your vehicle from harmful elements and restore shine with Armor All canister wipes. Right now at O'Reilly Auto Parts, pick up 2 Armor All canister wipes for $8. Easily remove dirt, dust, and grime with Armor All canister wipes. Buy 2 for $8 at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limit supply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Danny Dietrich. Here are Steve Post and Erin Evernham on Wing Nation on MRN.com.
Welcome back. It is MRN's Wing Nation. Let's go right to it, to the Weld Racing Hotline, fresh off a career first win with the World of Outlaw Craftsman Sprint Cars. Joining us from the great state of Pennsylvania, Freddie Rahmer's on the line. Hello, Freddie. Welcome back to Wing Nation.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me back, and how's everything going?
Everything's going great with us. Freddie, I know it's been a few days since last Thursday, and I know you've even raced since then, but has the smile worn off your face, the excitement? Just describe where you're at with that World of Outlaw win last week.
It's settled in and everything, and you got to go to the next race and all that, but me and my dad and everybody that helped us out along the way and all that stuff, it meant the world to win that race, and at the moment, though, it was the coolest thing I've ever been a part of. I know that.
Freddie, how did you make that restart work when you start on the outside of gravel and you kind of picked the second lane from the bottom and went right around him? I mean, that was an incredible move. How did you make that stick?
Just the way the track was, it cleaned off. And racing there every week and in the area all the time, you kind of knew if I was close to him coming off a 4 that I could do it. But if I didn't get a good start off 4, there was no shot of doing that because you might have had a run, but couldn't have beat him to the exit. So I knew if I was close, I was going to do it, and I had to put my wing where I needed to be able to do that and stick the center. But the top was just too far around to consider doing that. So that was really the only option.
Freddie, this to me is one of the highest compliments. I was out in California, was out with the King of the West Series, hanging with the Kadings and everyone else. And the comment that I heard about that move through turns 1 and 2 on the restart was, they would swear that it wasn't the 51, it was the 15. Okay, the way you went through it, that's comparing you to Donnie Schatz. And I know you're not Donnie Schatz. I get that. We all get that. Nobody's Donnie Schatz, okay? So the compliment, we all understand that, but that was a Donnie Schatz-like move.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just a spectacular win along the way. Freddie, I know the start of the season was a little bit rough, but now you picked up a win a couple weeks ago, Williams Grove, picked up the win, obviously, at Lincoln Speedway. Have you guys found something? Was it running speed weeks? What's been the change here over the last 3 weeks?
We built some momentum up during speed week, like the later part of it, the second half, or from like Pass Valley on. We almost won Pass Valley from middle of the pack, and we found a couple stuff. But once you get the car closer, you start driving better too. So I don't know how much of it was the car, if it was me, but the last couple weeks we didn't run good on Friday, but that was just a couple things we did wrong both ends there. But I just built some momentum and confidence, and looking forward to the rest of the year because I think we found a little something with the car, and between our motors and the car and the shocks, everything, I think we're getting really close to back where we were before, with Stevie and with Dad in the car, and even me last year at the Grove and stuff and some other nights. But just getting everything in the right direction and just doing a better job.
Freddie, what was it like to get out of the car and see your father there? I mean, obviously your father is a legend in the sport. Your mom, I think she wasn't there, but I'm friends with her on Facebook, and she was writing. Talk about the initial reaction out of the car, and even just from the crazy Pennsylvania posse fans.
I usually don't say much, but that was, I could, all but crying or whatever because it's so cool, and you work so hard to do it and to be in position to do it. And a lot of cars are fast enough to do it. A big percentage of the field, but put the whole night together is a lot of good racers don't get that in that position and can finish it off. So it was one of our goals to really get one of those at some point. But to get it that this early or whatever, you could never win another one. Or you never know. But it was the coolest thing, and I've helped Dad and stuff since I was 10. So there's a lot that went into that to get that, and just between everybody that helped us, and it was the neatest thing to see my dad and just everybody. It was, you relive it and stuff. It was so much fun.
I've watched the video of your dad riding on the side of that car. I bet I've
so
watched
cool.
it 20 times, and it never gets old. Especially that poor guy running across the infield that tries to get to him and hits the fence and everything. And then I've watched the Beer Hill Gang celebration and the banners and the pickup, Big Matt and everything else. It's just phenomenal along the way. So Freddie, the plan going forward, you've been staunchly Williams Grove, Lincoln along the way. Is that the plan for the rest of the season? Do you have any other plans along the way, or is there something totally different that you guys have planned as we move forward?
No, I mean, the last 2 years or whatever, last year, we ran every track in Pennsylvania and all that, Sealands Grove and Fort. And like this weekend, we got the normal weekend at the Grove, and then it's a good show at Fort, so we'll be there. I don't think we'll travel this year. The only thing would maybe be Charlotte or with Brent in California, because I started working there at the beginning of May full time, so I got established a little bit. I got to be careful taking off too much, but every race around here we're going to run, and all the big shows and all that stuff around here we'll be at for sure.
Freddie, how much confidence does it give you to win a World of Outlaw race? You've won at Williams Grove before, you've won at Lincoln, you have some wins under your belt, but to pass David Gravel, I think you passed Pittman earlier in the race. What does that do for your confidence?
It definitely helped it. I believe between me and my dad, I thought we could do it if we just put the whole thing together. So, but then the next night we didn't time good, and you end up watching the feature. So, racing, it's up and down. So, taking it stride and all that stuff. But it was really something they can't take it from you. So, it was one of the neatest things.
It was. They can't take it from you. The first one is phenomenal, and I think there might be some more along the way as well. But Freddie, congratulations! Thanks again for the time. Thanks for just giving us something. I was out in California, and Friday, that's all everyone in the state of California wanted to talk about. I mean, it was just it was so neat. It really was. And I know you're headed back out there for Trophy Cup again with the Catings. I know that they're excited to have you and everything. But congratulations again, and thanks for the time today.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me on. And I want to thank my parents a lot because all we do, we're dedicated to race. Like, that's all we do. It's not like we go to or nothing like that, but that's like what we want to be doing. So But after 30, 40 years, I can tell some nights my dad doesn't want to be there. But nights like that make it worth it. And all the people that help us, Leffler Energy and Trans-East equipment, everybody from the cars, the shocks, just everybody that I want to say thank you to.
It was great stuff along the way. Thanks again, Freddie.
All right, guys. Talk to you later.
There we go. Freddie Rahmer joining us here on the program. Wow. Amazing moment. Really was. One that they'll all, I'm telling you, one that the whole sprint car world's going to remember, I think, forever on that. So, hey, let's step away because another first-time NARC win, Colby Copeland. He joins us next.
For over 50 years, drivers in sprint car, midget, micro, modified, and even dirt late model have taken the checkered flag on Weld Racing Wheels. Legendary drivers like Joe Saldana, Carl, Mark, and Steve Kinzer, Doug Wolfgang, and countless other racers have trusted Weld Racing Wheels for their superior strength and lightweight construction to finish ahead of the competition. With 50 years of race-winning engineering and technology, American-made Weld Racing Wheels are designed and built to withstand virtually any abuse you throw at them. Weld Racing. Proven speed.
The American Sprint Car Series is back for its 27th year. Whether you're catching the Lucas Oil ASES National Tour at tracks like Williams Grove, Skagit Speedway, Knoxville Raceway, Lucas Oil Speedway, or any of the 6 regional tours across the United States, you'll find the ASES Nation racing at a track near you. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram today. Then see the full schedule, track-by-track history, updates, and more at ASCSRacing.com.
When your battery goes dead, everything can come to a stop. Don't take a chance on getting stranded. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts and get your battery tested free of charge. If your battery does need to be replaced, O'Reilly Auto Parts can help you find the exact Superstart battery that fits your car or truck at a guaranteed low price. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hi, this is Jack Hodenshield, and you're watching Wing Nation on MRN.com.
The Wild Child, Jack Hodenshield bringing us back. Erin, Evernham, and Steve Post here. And, you know, there's so many times we come on here and we go shots into East. We get talking about, and there's so many great veterans. And yet this week, the kids are leading the charge. And there's so many great kids running in this sport. It was so much fun hanging out and talking with Freddie Rahmer. And as I've just been gushing over this past weekend, California sprint car racing is unreal. And when we got to the checkered flag on Saturday night for the King of the West Series at Ocean Speedway for the Howard Kading Classic, it was Colby Copeland in victory lane. Joining us now on the Weld Racing Hotline is Colby. Hey, Colby, welcome back to Wing Nation, man. How are you?
Yeah, how are we doing? Good.
I am doing fantastic. Okay, so what's it been like for you after getting that first King of the West Series win this past weekend?
It's been pretty good. It's crazy, all the people that call and text you and, tell you a good job and everything. Pretty cool. And my voice was a little sore come Sunday and Monday from yelling so loud on Saturday night. It was just incredible feeling.
That's awesome. Colby, talk about the race. I mean, the little bull rings you guys run on, it seemed like you were in traffic all the time, lap traffic. And then you had a caution with the white flag lap. You knew that Kading was behind you. Just talk about the race itself and how you managed to come out on top.
Yeah, they kind of reworked the track there before the feature. So there early, there wasn't really a curve or anything to lean against. So I got my wing back pretty early there. And then once it started building the groove around the top, started inching the wing back forward. And like you guys were saying, the traffic comes, I think, 7 or 8 laps maybe, and you're in traffic. And then it seemed like every time I got traffic, they were running side by side with a guy on the bottom and the top. So that makes it tough. And you always get nervous because you don't know how close the guy is behind you. So, but the cautions kind of helped me out there, to get us regrouped back up. And then I guess it's every guy's nightmare, coming down the backstretch on the white flag lap, the red comes out. So it's like, oh no, what do we do here? So, and then having Bud behind me there was tough just because he has so many laps there and all the experience. So, it was just a lot of pressure, but it worked out all right for us.
Yeah, seeing that 0 on the scoring pylon behind you can't be comforting out in California at all. That is for sure. Colby, how would you, I mean, obviously getting the first win is so big, but how would you assess your season and overall just how are things going for you?
Yeah, we've been having a ton of fun. Trevor, he's one of my best buddies from high school, and so he's he's turning the wrenches, and then Larry's the car owner, and he tunes the motors with us, and it's pretty much just been us three. Trevor and I work on the car during the week because Larry lives kind of far away, so Trevor and I do all that, and it's just been a great time, honestly, and we've been having a lot of fun and having a little success here, so hopefully we can have a little more and just keep digging, but yeah, like I said, it's been a ton of fun just with Trevor and Larry, so.
Well, it's always fun when you start to get to victory lane. Colby, for our listeners that don't know much about you, you got your start in outlaw karts, correct? I know you're friends with Kyle Larson and Rico and that gang.
Yep. Now, Cycland and Red Bluff every weekend, since I was 12, I think, with those guys. So, Rico started a little later there, but with Kyle, definitely, since I was 12, doing Red Bluff and Cycland every weekend. So, it was fun. It was good.
How is that outlaw cart? We see so much of that. How has that helped you? How adaptable is that? Because that seems to be the path right now. What is there about that makes good sprint car drivers?
I think honestly the power to weight ratio for the outlaw carts is, I think, somewhat similar to a sprint car. So I think the car control kind of helps there. And then just racing at Cycland so much. Really teaches you to find the moisture in the grip like you would in a sprint car. You can't get stuck in the middle and at Cycland, or else you're going to be going slow. So I think that helps out a lot. And then the speed, power to weight ratio, like I said, and just moving around a lot. If one guy goes to the top, you got to go to the bottom and things like that. Kind of really adapts to the sprint car, I feel like. Yeah,
for sure. Colby, what does the schedule look like for you coming up? I know you're running King of the West. I see some 360 racing going on. What do you have coming up?
Yeah, pretty much just the King of the West. I think there's a few races left, maybe a handful, and then the Sprint Car Challenge Tour, which is the 360 series out here in California. I think they have a handful left, and then we're going to do the non-wing sprint car race at the Louis Ramil, and then the Outlaws at Chico for the Gold Cup, and going to do a few, I think 4 or 5 midget races with Chad Boat's team there at the end of the year, and then Chili Bowl, and then probably do Turkey Night in the non-wing sprint car and the midget. I think that's about it. Maybe the Western World down there in Arizona. So just, I guess, mix it up and have some fun at the end of the year.
Wow.
See what happens.
Now that sounds like a lot, that's for sure. Appreciate chatting with you on Saturday night in Victory Lane there. Appreciate you joining us. Congratulations on that win, and I know we'll be talking to you down the road, but congratulations again, Colby.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks for having me on.
You got it. There we go. Colby Copeland, man, just young talent.
Yeah.
There's a couple of themes, and, man, the old guys are good and the young guys are good in our sport. That really is good. And, man, the variety he gets to race is phenomenal.
Yeah, that's awesome. He's got non-wing, midget, and you can keep up with some of it. Turkey
I know.
Night. And,
good.
Yeah,
good stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's great stuff. That's for sure. Hey, we need to step away. More Wing Nation coming up in just a moment.
Citywide to countryside, whatever you drive, wherever you go. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading warranty to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. To learn more, visit HerculesTire.com. Hercules Tires, ride on our strength.
Looking for custom racewear and embroidery? Do you want your race fans to represent your race team with trendy, original apparel? Contact Classic Ink USA, the new standard in custom screen printing and embroidery. Located in Greater Pittsburgh, Classic Ink USA's professional staff utilizes state-of-the-art facilities to transform your ideas into an attractive wearable piece. From custom track swag racewear to trendy quick crew wear, Classic Ink handles it all. Find out how you can get started. Contact Classic Ink USA screen printing and embroidery at the track and on your back.
Sage Fruit is a high-quality grower, packer, and shipper of Washington State apples, pears, and cherries. Sage Fruit believes in sprint car racing. Sage Fruit has been a proud sponsor of sprint cars for the last 15 years and a proud partner of Wing Nation for the last 3 years. We love sprint car racing, and we are there for our sprint car fans. Sage Fruit works hard to deliver an exceptional eating experience. We value our relationship with sprint car fans and appreciate your continued support of Sage Fruit. Ask for Sage Fruit at your local grocer.
I'm Joey Saldana. Now back to Steve Post and Erin Evernham on Wing Nation.
Welcome back. How about Joey Saldana picking up the 360 win?
Prepping for 360 Nationals,
yes,
I
see that for sure. Hey, and I just literally thought about this. There's a post on Facebook, Craig Delansky. We've talked a lot about the back surgery. We had Craig on a couple of months ago with retirement. The back surgery, I think, is next week.
Yes.
So if you're a praying person, put them in your prayers. Put Craig and Julie and everyone in your prayers. Thoughts and prayers, though, for Craig as he goes through and continues the recovery from the back injury along the way. The crowd pleaser, just wishing the best for him, that's for sure. Hey, National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. A lot of times here we talk about birthdays. Yesterday was Ian Madsen. Tomorrow, Lee Duncan. Thursday, listen to this. Doug Wolfgang would have been Rich Vogler's birthday. Davey Heskin, Bruce Craig. Friday, our buddy Brad Doty's birthday. Chet Wilson, Rayo Jack also on Saturday. But want to take the time that we normally talk about birthdays to talk a little bit about what's coming up at the Sprint Car Hall of Fame during the Knoxville Nationals. And folks, that's one of the cornerstone places you just need to make sure you check in all the time. Thursday, they have a members-only VIP reception. Listen to this lineup. Bobby Allen, Jacob Allen, and Logan Schuchart. And to make it even better, I mean, face it, the reality of it is it's hosted by Bruce Ellis.
Yeah.
And nobody can do this interview better than Bruce Ellis, okay? I mean, I'm a guy that talks for a living, and if they're going to say, Steve, would you like to do this, or would you prefer Bruce Ellis to do this? Bruce Ellis to do this, because he is so good with this stuff. Now, here's the thing, and I mentioned it's a members-only VIP reception, okay? If you're not a member, you can sign up for membership that day and go to the reception. So make sure, and why you're not a member of the Hall of Fame, I don't understand that either. But you should be a member of the Hall of Fame, and you get perks like this. Friday, the United Trailer National Golf Classic in Pella. This historically has been something, show up and play golf. They've changed it around this year, so you need to be registered for this. So if you're a golfer and you want to play on Friday, go make sure you do that. And then Saturday, the auction at the Sprint Car Hall of Fame. But something for those not going to the Hall of Fame this year, it's going to be available on the World Wide Web. And so you can bid at home on the auction stuff. And, of course, it's all for the Sprint Car Hall of Fame. Not a better spot on the planet, not better people on the planet. And support the Sprint Car Hall of Fame with membership and participating in these events. If you're in Knoxville, and those even not in Knoxville, participate in the auction. They've got some phenomenal items they're going to auction off. It's going to be great. It really is. SprintCarHof.com. Now, we've got racing this week, okay? Some of the guys with the Pennsylvania Posse and some others are going to be in New Jersey tonight for Jersey Rush 8, okay? New Egypt Speedway. And then tomorrow night, up at Airborne Park Speedway, the World of Outlaw Craftsman Sprint Cars. So how about that?
Oh, yeah, nothing better than midweek racing.
Oh, you kidding me? I mean, this is going to be phenomenal. Going to be great stuff along the way. So really, really cool stuff. So we've got some midweek racing. And then, Erin, let's see. This week at Knoxville, it's the All-Stars.
Yep.
Next week at Knoxville, the 360 Nationals.
The Cappy Classic.
Yes, and the Cappy Classic. We're getting closer and closer to Paradise
in a 4.1 miler.
And a 4.1 miler, because we're running in it, folks.
Oh,
now, let's okay, that's I'm glad you mentioned that. This is a 4.1 mile running race. Now, Erin will do this in about 8 minutes.
No, I tried yesterday. It was not pretty. I will not be quick time.
You will not be quick time. Okay, well, I will not be quick time. I can guarantee that. Folks, walk, run, jog. I'm going to do a combination of jogging and walking, okay? The key number is 4.1. Yes. It's not what you do on the time. Now, there will be some that are going to be running against the clock. Most of us are going to be looking for that 4.1 mile mark.
And the beverages along the way.
And the beverages along the time, because we're running through the campground, okay? So this is Friday morning of the Knoxville Nationals. Erin is in, Ashley is in, and I'm in too. So if I can do it, you can do it. I mean, fat, middle-aged guy is going to do it. You need to do it as well. And just join us. Walk it. It's phenomenal. It's going to be great. It really is. Speaking of great, how about our guests here today? Freddie Rahmer and Colby Copeland joining us here on Wing Nation. Thanks for joining us here on the program this week.
Wing Nation has been brought to you by Hercules Tires and by Grunt Style. Wing Nation can be found on demand at mrn.com, iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Wing Nation is a production of the Motor Racing Network. All rights reserved.